of our country, the heroes of our third liberation. Kijana, Bedpin. Haya. Hello, ugemo kamera kanyo. Haya. Bedpin. Haya. So these young people have died a very brutal and painful death. They are basically victims of gunshots committed by police officers who were supposed to protect them and their lives and property. We came as a country from colonialism. Under colonialism, we had what was called the police force, a force that was meant to be used by the colonialists to rule the natives. But after independence, we should have transformed our police to a service whose responsibility is to protect life and property of the people. Unfortunately, this is not happening. We fought very hard to get a new constitution. The struggle for a constitution took over nearly 50 years. Lives were lost during that struggle. Unfortunately, what we have witnessed over the last 1 year since this regime took power shows us that very little has been achieved. We have a new constitution on paper, one of the most democratic constitutions in the world. But unfortunately, the practice is very different. And the country can easily slide back to where we came from. You have a constitution that protects the right of the people, but those who have usurped power in our country do not respect that constitution. And that is why an order can be given of shoot to kill by police officers. First, the Constitution gives Kenyans a right to petition, right to picket, right to demonstrate. And you do not need permission from a police officer. You only need to notify the police that you are going to do a demonstration. And give also reasons why you are demonstrating. Kenyans were demonstrating against high cost of living, high cost of prices of food, high cost of transport, and so on. Kenyans also demonstrating and demanding electoral justice. Kenyans were demonstrating, demanding a democratic electoral environment. Kenyans were demonstrating in protection of multi-party democracy. So these were very, very genuine reasons for people to call for demonstrations. And then police were notified that demonstrations were going to take place. Police ought to have gone there to protect the people. But you see what the police have done. Mr. Koome is but an instrument. Because we've heard Mr. RUTO bragging all over. Nitawakalia ngumu. Nitawakalia ngumu hawa watu. Tutawanyorosha. Those are the words of Mr. RUTO. Polisi wamefanya kazi mzuri kwa kulinda Wakenya. Ati hatuwezi kukubali wengine wafanye maandamano ya kuharibu mali ya Wakenya. Sasa Mr. RUTO, which mali was being destroyed in Bondo? Which mali was being destroyed in Bondo? Which mali was being destroyed in Sondo? Which money was being destroyed in Migori, in Uenda? Which money was being destroyed? You are saying that we are using police to protect the properties of the people of Kenya. This was basically planned wanton killing of our people. And the basis of this has been laid by your deputy called Mr. Gachetha. Gachetha said, and you have not contradicted him, that Kenya is a company, that there are those with more shares, those with fewer shares, and those with no shares. And this share ownership is determined on the basis of how people voted for Kenya Kwisha. That there are communities which did not vote for Kenya Kwanza, and that's why they are not shares. They have no shares in your government. And that's the reason why you profiled those communities. It is not just against the Luos. It's against all the communities that voted predominantly for Azimio. And we've shown it in terms of employment, the way people are being employed discriminatively, and you've also shown it in the way you have profiled the people. I wanted to say here, for the consumption of the international community, I have lived for a long time, over 8 years in Germany. And I know how fascism started in Germany, by profiling. Mr. Hitler started by just targeting one community, the Jews. That the Jews, the only good Jew is a dead one. But even the dead Jew, if his bone scratch you, you will still die. So he came up with what he called the final solution, the Endeschluss. And it started to attack and kill the Jews. The program started this way. And this is what is happening here. You're profiling a community. You want to use the very same tactics that were used by Mr. Hitler in Germany and in Europe.